An environmental disaster struck this weekend after 2 Russian oil tankers sank in as many days. The vessels were badly damaged after being struck by massive waves during a storm in the Kerch Strait, which connects the Black Sea to the Sea of Azov, alongside Russian-occupied Crimea, which is a key shipping route for Russian goods, including oil and liquefied gas. Yesterday, one of the tankers, the Volgoneft 212, with a crew of about 13 carrying 4,300 tons of oil, went down in the Black Sea and ran aground with its bow torn away 80 meters from Taman in Russia's Krasnodar region. And while the numbers vary, Russia's Emergencies Situations Ministry is said to have evacuated 12 crew members, with 1 reported dead and 11 taken to hospital in serious condition. The second tanker, Volgoneft 239, was also damaged by the storm and ran aground with 14 crew members on board. Rescue efforts have been suspended due to bad weather. Footage posted shows the Volgoneft 212 snapping in half, with its bow bobbing and then sinking below the surface, and a slick of black oil covering the surface of the Black Sea.
Но передо мной есть... Да нет, не 40, 41, какая, 239, что ли? Да, все, 41, да. Это 239.
Вот еще минус 1 Волгонефть. Повтор Волгонефти 139. Поломало на 2 части. Еще не полностью. Но все к этому идет.
Both of the tankers are owned by the company Volgotanker, and a criminal case was opened over safety concerns about the V212, which was built in 1969, and the V239 was built in 1973, and now a second criminal case is underway. In 2007, the Volgoneft 139 ran aground, carrying 12 tons of oil, and 13 crew members were rescued. At the time, Putin ordered the government to form a working group to deal with the emergency and mitigate the impact of the spill. More than 50 people and equipment, including M18 helicopters and rescue tugboats, have been deployed to assess the damage at the site. The spill is going to cause harm to marine life and coastal communities. But for comparison, the Amico Cadiz spill led to the spillage of 92,000 tons of oil in 1978. And while not as large a spill, it shows once again why we need to divest from fossil fuels. It shows the dangers involved in not only its extraction, but its transportation. Good old Russian safety standards. We can look forward to some of that coming to the United States, with Trump and Elon rushing to deregulate everything. In related news, according to Reuters, Washington is considering more sanctions on shadow fleet tankers and has not ruled out targeting Chinese banks if they're found to be involved in Russia's war effort, according to Janet Yellen, the U.S. Treasury Secretary. In September, the UK sanctioned 10 tankers from Russia's shadow fleet, vessels linked to illicit oil trade supporting Moscow's war efforts. In November, it targeted 30 more. According to the Kiev Post, European Union ambassadors have agreed to a 15th package of sanctions targeting its shadow tanker fleet and Chinese firms making drones for Moscow. The Hungarian presidency said on X that the sanctions would target vessels from third countries supporting Russia's war in Ukraine and add more individuals and entities to the sanctions list. The loss of oil revenue is going to have a significant impact on the Russian economy, and experts say they'll face a turning point this year as oil and gas revenue falls by 50% and trade surplus plunges. The nation's crude revenue has dropped to its lowest levels in 7 months. The drop in oil revenue will throttle a key source of funds for Russia's war-driven economy. Well, let's see if mainstream media will cover this, or maybe speculation about flying alien and zombie craft will remain more compelling to their viewers.
Follow us on all these things you see here, and our link tree is in the description. Maybe even get some merch.